There is a gadget in my hand right now that I keep in my barn coat pocket, and I want you to have a good look at it. It is a 9-volt battery, the little rectangle kind with both posts up top, with a small red rocker switch wired onto it and 2 short wires hanging loose off the end. It cost me about $2 to put together at the kitchen table, and it takes maybe 10 minutes. Now, a young fellow visiting our farm last fall looked at it and said it looked like a schoolboy's science fair project, and I suppose it does. But that same afternoon, this little thing saved a string of patio lights, 2 extension cords, and his mother's old table lamp, all of them headed for the trash, and he drove home and built 3 of them that week. Today, I am going to show you 8 simple inventions like this one, plain things from Amish farms and kitchens that cost next to nothing and quietly save real money every single month. And stay with me to the end, because when we come back around to this gadget, I will show you exactly how to build your own, and I will tell you what that red switch is truly for. It is not for turning the thing on, and everybody guesses wrong. I'm David Yoder. I'm 63 years old. I'm old order Amish, and my family has worked the same Lancaster County soil for better than 200 years. I was raised by my daddy, my grandfather, in these fields, and Katie and I raised 8 children and 31 grandchildren on the plain methods I'm going to show you. Our son John runs the farm now, so I finally have time to sit on this porch and pass things along. Now, folks sometimes ask me why a people who farm with draft horses would be any good at inventing things. The honest answer is that when you live without the power company, without a repairman on call, and without the store being open when you need it, you learn to solve problems with what is already in the house. My daddy always said the best tool is the one you already own. Not one of the 8 things I am about to show you needs a workshop. Most of them need no tools at all, and every one of them earns its keep month after month the way a good hen does. We Amish don't have secrets, we have memories. That battery gadget with the red switch might be the best memory of the bunch, so hold on to it, because the reason that switch exists is the very same reason Amish flashlights seem to run forever, and I promise you the answer is the opposite of what you think. Let's start with the one hanging off my own porch. Number 1, the pulley clothesline. On the corner post of our porch there is a cast iron pulley, and across the yard on the red barn wall there is a second one with a long loop of galvanized clothesline running between them. Katie stands in one dry spot on the porch. She pins a shirt to the line. She pulls the line, and the shirt sails out over the yard. Pin, pull, until the whole wash is flying in the breeze like flags over the garden, and she never took a single step. In January, she hangs laundry without putting one boot in the snow. The whole rig is 2 pulleys and 100 feet of line, about $25 at the hardware store, and it will hang washing for 40 years. The Y is sitting on your electric bill. The clothes dryer is one of the hungriest machines in an American house, and the sun and the wind have never once sent anybody a bill. Line-dried sheets smell better besides, and that part comes free. Now, that clothesline has its own page in a manual Katie and I put together called Save $6,000 a Year, the Amish Family Manual, because these plain methods were never written down anywhere, and somebody ought to. It isn't a book about becoming Amish, it's a book about keeping more of what you earn. We wrote down the methods our families have run for 200 years, the heat, the water, the pantry, the garden, the household, and the quiet thrift underneath it all, step by step, with the materials and the dollar amounts in the order a real house should do them. Families are using it to cut up to $6,000 a year off their bills without changing who they are. The manual is $17 right now, marked down from $47, and the clothesline page alone can pay that back before the summer is out. Now go ahead and grab your phone and open up your camera, the same one you use to take pictures. Point it at that square code on your screen and hold it steady for a second. A little link will pop up, give it a tap, and it will take you straight to the book. And if you are watching on your phone right now, the link is waiting for you right down below in the description. Take your time. There is no rush at all. I'll wait right here. Number 2, the canning jar fly trap. Every summer, kitchen and barn porch in Lancaster County has one of these sitting near the door. Take a quart canning jar, pour in 1 inch of apple cider vinegar. That is 1 inch, no more, because the flies need room to fly down in. Add 1 drop of dish soap. Roll a sheet of paper into a cone with a hole about the size of a dime at the tip. Set the cone in the mouth of the jar, point down, and tape it in place. The smell calls the flies down through the funnel. Once inside, they fly toward the light at the glass walls instead of back up through that little hole, and the drop of soap breaks the surface of the vinegar so they cannot stand on it. Katie keeps one on the kitchen windowsill all through canning season, and it beats any $8 contraption from the store because when it fills up, you dump it, rinse it, and it is brand new again. The cost is a splash of vinegar in a jar you already own. Number 3, the warming brick. Long before electric blankets, every farm bed in this county went to sleep with a brick in it. Take a plain clay brick or a piece of soapstone if you are lucky enough to own one. Set it on the wood stove for half an hour or in the kitchen oven at 200 degrees. Wrap it snug in flannel or an old towel. Fold it over a few times until it feels warm through the cloth and never hot. Slide it under the covers at the foot of the bed about 20 minutes before you climb in. A brick takes heat slowly and gives it back slowly, and that wrapped brick will still be holding warmth when the rooster starts up. The Y for your house lives at the thermostat. A warm bed lets you turn the furnace down a good 10 degrees all night. That is 10 degrees every night, all winter, and that adds up to real money by March. In the daddy house, our grandchildren argue over who gets to carry the bricks up the stairs, and the winner acts like he won a prize. I suppose he did. Number 4, the haybox cooker, and this is the one that makes visitors stop and stare in Katie's kitchen. It is a wooden box, or any sturdy chest or heavy tote, lined thick with old quilts and blankets. Here is the whole method. Bring your pot of beans, stew, or soup to a hard boil on the stove. Let it boil 10 full minutes with the lid on. That is 10 minutes, and do not shortcut it, because that boil is the fuel for everything that follows. Carry the pot straight into the box. Tuck the blankets tight around it and over the top. Close the lid and walk away to your day. Come supper time, that pot has been cooking all afternoon with the burner off, and the beans are soft as if they simmered on the stove since noon, because in truth they did. Cooking is nothing more than holding heat in food long enough, and a quilt holds heat in just as surely as a burner keeps replacing it, except the quilt works for free. Farm wives cooked this way on wash day for generations, so supper made itself while the laundry flew. One rule, serve it the same day, good and hot. And keep that little red switch in the back of your mind, because every invention on this list is bringing us closer to it. Number 5, the pie tin light doubler. Our Dottie house runs on propane lamps in the evening, and behind the lamp on my reading table stands a polished pie tin leaned against a little wooden block with its shiny face toward the room. That is the entire invention. Half the light of any lamp or candle pours straight into the wall behind it and is wasted there. A shiny tin catches that half and throws it back across your book, your mending, or the checkerboard, and one lamp does the work of 2. You can prove this at your own house tonight. The next time the power goes out, stand your flashlight on end on the bathroom counter, right in front of the mirror, and watch the whole room fill with light. Same idea, bigger tin. My mother sewed by lamplight her whole life and never once needed a second lamp to do it. The cost is 1 pie tin, and you likely own 3. Number 6, the rain barrel. Under the downspout at the corner of our white farmhouse sits a 55-gallon barrel raised up on 2 concrete blocks. A piece of window screen is tied tight over the top to keep out leaves and mosquitoes. A simple spigot is fitted near the bottom, and those 2 blocks lift it just high enough to slide a watering can underneath. One good summer rain on an ordinary roof will fill that barrel from a single downspout, and Katie's kitchen garden drinks free for a week after. The why comes in 2 parts. The first is your water bill in July. when half of what a town household pays for gets poured onto the tomatoes. The second is the plants themselves, because rainwater is soft and carries none of the chlorine that treated water does, and the garden shows the difference by August. It is water for the garden, mind you, not for drinking. You can set the whole thing up in one afternoon, and from then on it works every time the good Lord sends rain, which makes him a fine business partner. 2 inventions left now, and then that red switch finally gets explained. Number 7, the draft snake. Some cold evening, get down and hold your hand along the bottom of your front door, and you will feel winter walking in like it pays rent. Katie's answer is sewn from the leg of a worn-out pair of denim trousers. Cut the leg to about the width of the door. Sew one end shut. Fill it with dry play sand from the hardware store, about 5 pounds of it. Sew the other end shut. Lay it along the bottom of the door and press it into place with your foot. The sand is the secret, not the cloth. Rags and stuffing are light, and moving air slips right under them, but 5 pounds of sand settles itself down into every low spot of that gap and seals it the way water finds its level. That is 5 pounds, sand, not stuffing, and the difference matters. One snake at the front door and one at the back can be felt on the heating bill the very first cold month. Katie makes ours from fabric that matches nothing in the house, and she says that is the fashion of things that actually work. And number 8, the pocket tester, the little fellow from the beginning, and here is where I keep my promise. First, the build. Buy one 9-volt battery. Buy a 9-volt battery snap, which is the small black cap with 2 wires that clicks onto the posts. Buy a small rocker switch. Buy a little 9-volt buzzer from the same electronics drawer at the hardware store, and the whole handful runs a couple of dollars. The wiring is only twisting, no soldering. Twist the red wire from the battery snap onto one leg of the switch. Wrap that joint in electrical tape. Twist the other leg of the switch onto the red wire of the buzzer. Tape that joint the same way. That leaves 2 wires hanging loose, the black one from the snap and the black one from the buzzer. Those 2 loose ends are your testing fingers. Click the snap onto the battery, flip the red switch, touch the 2 ends together, and the buzzer sings. So, what is it for? Touch those 2 ends to the 2 tips of a car fuse from the glove box, and if it sings, the fuse is good. Touch them to the ends of a flashlight bulb. Touch them to the tiny fuse hiding inside the plug of a string of Christmas lights. Touch one to a prong of an unplugged extension cord and the other to the matching hole at the far end, and if it sings, the cord is sound, and if it stays quiet, you have found your break. Folks throw away whole light strings, cords, and lamps every year over a 50-cent fuse or one broken wire, and this gadget tells you the truth in 10 seconds. One firm rule: never touch it to anything that is plugged into a wall outlet. Wall current is a horse of another kind entirely, and that work is for a licensed man. Now, the red switch and the answer to the riddle. A battery does not wear out sitting still. A battery wears out working. Without that switch, the first time those 2 loose wires brushed together in my coat pocket or found a coin down there, the circuit would close and the battery would quietly work itself to death before morning. The switch keeps the circuit broken until the very second you ask for it, and that is why the battery in this one has lasted me going on 5 years. It is also why Amish flashlights seem to run forever, because in a house with no power lines coming in, batteries are precious things, and you learn early what kills them. The switch was never there for the turning on, friends. It earns its keep every hour it stays off, and that is the kind of why that turns $2 of parts into years of savings, and the manual is full of exactly that kind of why. Katie and I wrote every method out plain and saved $6,000 a year. The Amish family manual, the materials, the steps, and the dollar amounts, the way we would tell a neighbor over the fence. It is $17, down from $47, set against bills that come back every single month, whether you fix them or not. Now go ahead and grab your phone and open up your camera, the same one you use to take pictures. Point it at that square code on your screen and hold it steady for a second. A little link will pop up. Give it a tap, and it will take you straight to the book. And if you are watching on your phone right now, the link is waiting for you right down below in the description. Take your time. There is no rush at all. I'll wait right here. So there are your 8 friends: the clothesline, the fly trap, the warming brick, the hay box, the pie tin, the rain barrel, the draft snake, and the little tester with the red switch that stays off. Tell me in the comments, did your grandparents do it this way too? Or did they have an invention of their own I have never seen? I'd surely like to hear it. I read every single one. And come back next time, because I am going to show you how we keep a whole farmhouse cool through August without one air conditioner. And the method starts with which windows you open at night, because it is not the ones you would think. That's how we've always done it, friends. Live plain, live well, and God bless you now.